Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Enderal.
Huh?
Yeah. You're going with the god, aren't you?
I am. Why do you ask?
Aren't you, well, a little young for that?
Aren't you a little young to be some kind of prophet? What age does one need to qualify for prophecy? My father started teaching me how to use a sword when I was 6, and when I was 13, I joined the city guard as one of the youngest recruits since the first vassals. When I was 20, I was promoted to the rank of sergeant, and at 28, the Turkessa herself granted me the title of commander, after my squad and I fought off a group of Skarrig invaders at the Farmer's Coast. So no, I don't think I'm too young for this post. Path-abidingness and discipline need no age. A man on his deathbed can be as much of a fool as a boy of 9 winters, as Laura Waterblade once said.
Waterblade, I've seen some statues in the city and the temple. There is him. Who is he?
He was a keeper, one of the best and one of the most virtuous. Even though he was only of the manufacturer's path, both his talent and path-abidingness made the former Grand Master, Dalcapos, grant him the novitiate. And, in case you were wondering, his name derives from the fact that he was excellent at both swordplay and magic. Elementarism and thaumaturgy, to be precise. That wasn't common in those days.
I see. What happened to him?
He fell in the Battle of the Dark Valley during the Blood Moon riots. A great loss for the Order. But his heritage remains.
Right. Into the sanctum. We have something special here. We have to attempt something. Okay, so it's up.
The Fabled Prodigy. I hope you can live up to what they say.
Prodigy.
I really do.
Oh god.
Hmm?
Huh? Oh, that goes up. It's a bomb! Ooh. That actually reminds me, I should play, there are like a couple of games that I still want to play again. Ooh. Oh god. That game I'm probably never going to play again.
The Grand Master and the Turkessa do not want to be disturbed. I'm sorry, brother, but good work in the harbor, really.
I'll do it as well.
The Grand Master and the Turkessa do not want to be disturbed. I'm sorry, brother, but
I didn't
good
kill
work
her.
in the harbor.
How
really.
often do I have to tell you that?
The Prophet found a bottle of cap dust near her body. How do you explain that?
Well,
I do have to
maybe there are
consider
thousands
for
of
that.
dust addicts in the city, and not just me. Damn it. Yes, I gave Korek the locations of our outposts, but I had nothing to do with the death of that woman.
Then at least tell us who else Korek bought. Who hired the mercenaries in Old Rashengrad?
I don't know, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. And do you know why? Because this war is madness, Tealor. It is madness. It is unnecessary. And you are too fucking blind to see it.
I
Are we
am
playing
blind.
the original X,
Which
by
of
the way,
us
again?
is the traitor? Which of us is responsible for the deaths of hundreds and
With
hundreds
Longwar.
of people?
Let's stick to the point. Accusations lead us nowhere.
A word of wisdom from your mouth, Natara. Bravo.
Pity that your
we won't.
wisdom doesn't go
Jesus.
beyond words. Weren't you always the most determined of the three of us? For 3 decades you led this country, and you never showed any weakness.
But no. As soon as the grand,
think you
presumed dead
face that
Tealor
even more.
Aranthiel returns, all you do is bow
Okay, good
and
start.
scrape. Why, Natara? Have you too come to believe that pile of scrap metal out there can save us? Whatever that's supposed to look like. Or do you do it because Tealor warmed your bed back in the day?
You are only making it worse.
Farming Simulator
Oh,
15
am I?
world.
You are so bloody blind. Blind and stupid. Both of you. Don't you realize how much of a fool this Korek really is? His only condition for peace was that we would stop rebuilding some ancient machine. What would that have cost us? Nothing. But no, Tealor. To you, this fantasy of cycles and high ones is more important. More important than anything else. Damn it, even your own people.
Fantasy. So you still believe that the threat is not real? After all that has happened?
I don't know. I'm a warrior, not a sage. But even if it is real, what I do know is that we can only lose this war, and that we will dig more graves with each day we wage it. Up here we are safe, yes. But what about the villages, the farmers?
Sacrifices. Don't
get me wrong, Tealor. I know what I did. But sometimes a quick cut is better than bleeding out slowly. Korek would have conquered the city. We would have surrendered. And maybe he would have even shown mercy. But it's too late for that now.
No. You didn't do this for our country or our people. You did it because you wanted to save your own skin. Nothing more and nothing less. And yes, Jarek, maybe you are right. Maybe we can't win this war. But that doesn't mean I will surrender.
Hashtag never
because
surrender.
I have something that you don't. Principles. You don't have any. You have nothing but your bottle of booze and your bloody dust. You are a hollow man without talent. And the only reason you are here and not in the alleys of the Undercity is your bloodline. And now people are dead, all because of your cowardice. Do not think I will ignore that for old time's sake. I will count to 3. Who else has Korek bought? 1.
Now aren't you a tough guy, Tealor?
I propose
2.
What I did was right. One day you'll realize this too. And then you will be ashamed for you just...
Tealor.
We are done here.
Whoops. No. No. Okay, nothing yet. I don't like to check the books for some reason.
My sir.
Damn. Congrats. What was the answer, by the way? And how did you do it? Like just randomly ask for, or like do something special and such?
Murmuring, whispering, creaking and crackling.
Well, congrats.
Can you hear?
This just doesn't make any sense. Why can't it ever be easy?
In what way does time skip now? I'm scared. The game just crashed. Oh god. Well, it's gonna be great at it. First 10 minutes, game crash. Eep. Game should be showing up pretty soon again. Oh, okay, we're back in like the dream. Aww. Let's see, we have to move up here again. So it's going to be the exact same nightmare again. For the third time in the whole game. We're going to have this specific nightmare. I love this sun though, in comparison to Siren's normal sun. Yeah, no, that's just this specific moment. Is this better? Like, I hate this dream world type of thing. Just for that.
Now look who's here. So, my child, I know you still didn't find it. You think you know what you're doing. But the truth is, you're still wandering through the mist, just like all the others.
You're wrong. We found the torch, and I found the fire.
Yes, that is what you believe. You know, it would be so easy to see the truth, to feel it, if you, for all your heroism, had not forgotten one thing. To listen. Come, let me show you what I mean.
Well, congratulations, like to begin with. This is not going to go well. Yeah, Dare is not here anymore. So.
There we go. Sit down and let us listen to the silence.
Silence?
Okay, fine.
Music.
I get it. You know you have sinned, and that's why you're lying. But look, honey, I'm your husband, and I deserve the truth.
What?
Lying is a sin. You know that as well as I do. And you also know the position this puts me in.
What else do you want me to say? It's ours! Yours!
Mine? You make me unhappy. You know that. You make me very, very unhappy. Next time it's going to hurt. Whose child is it?
Take it down, Cassie.
Oh, Lord, is this what I get for my piety? All these years I sacrificed myself for this family. I toiled, I buried my dreams, and all of it because I wanted them to be happy. And now my own witch betrays me and carries another one's fruit in her belly. But no, as if that weren't enough, she denies me the truth. Me, her own husband. Just what am I supposed to do now, Lord? I beg you, tell me. What shall I do? Yes, of course, Lord. You are right. How could I be so blind? The Creator has spoken to me, honey. A child born of sin is tainted. And this is why we will drown it. Yes, that's what we'll do. As soon as it's out, we'll put it in the trough.
You're a monster! You're a goddamned monster!
I beg your pardon.
No,
I think you just said something that would have made me really unhappy. But unfortunately, I didn't hear you loudly enough. So please, be so kind as to say it again. What? I can't hear you, darling. I can't hear you! So tell me, my child, how does it feel to be powerless? How does it feel having to watch and not being able to do anything?
I couldn't help. I never could.
No, but now you can, can't you? But there's no more time, silly. I have to go now, forever. It's been so long since I last ate, and I'm craving a slice of meat. Bloody, crisp meat. Goodbye.
It doesn't let me move. Achievement lost. Goodbye, Daddy. Sure.
By the wise hermit, what's the matter with you?
Why is this boy here? You fucked off last time.
My glimmer.
I needed time.
Thy name is my...
Hey, come on, wake up!
Save them. We need to save them. We need to light the beacon.
What? But we will. You found the black stones, and we'll use them, no matter how hard this Korak tries to stop us. But first of all, you should calm down a little. No offense, but you look like shit.
I'm fine. What happened? Why are you here?
Shock of shocks, because I heard you screaming. Plus, look. About that talk we had in Silver Cloud, that was a pretty disgraceful performance on my part. It's just that the past few moons were a lot for me to deal with. Let's put it that way. And what happened to Adela, it was the last straw. I guess what I'm trying to say is, sorry. I said a lot of bullshit down there, which you didn't deserve.
Well, we're good. Don't worry about it.
Happy to hear that. But, be that as it may, Shalrim and the Archmagister asked for you. It's about this Numenos thing. Best you go see them as soon as possible.
Aye, fair enough. Where are they? At the beacon?
No, in the Chronicum. And one more thing before you leave. Kalia, the sad-looking girl. How do you feel about her?
Can't say yet.
I see. Thanks for being honest with me. We'll catch up later, okay? Take care.
Alright, we don't have a mission with her. Let's go to the Chronicle as soon as possible. Let's do this as soon as possible and clear this game as soon as possible as well. Although we have like 2 side quest lines that I do want to do in the recordings as well.
Sounds to me as if we'd risk a lot for just a ghost of a chance. I'm not sure if this is wise.
No chance is better than 2. That's how the saying goes. You should talk to the Grandmaster. He called for you.
Did he now? How nice. Then I suppose I'll answer the holy call of duty. Lord bless it, Archmagister. Ah, Prophet. If you have a moment, I'd like to talk. Just come upstairs when you find the time.
There you are. Have you recovered?
Top of the ocean. As good as it gets. How's the situation?
Well, I suppose as good as can be expected under our circumstances. The Truchessus sent half our Arcanists to reinforce the gate sigil, which makes working on the beacon harder, of course. Furthermore, the nightmares have become worse, and more reports of the Red Madness are coming in. It's tragic. Truly tragic.
Well, I see. What's the progress of the beacon? I've been told that you found a lead regarding the Numenos?
Well, let's say we have a lead to a place where we could find a lead. But let me start at the beginning.
Oh god.
While you were sleeping, someone tried to break into the storehouse of the garrison. A starling named Kamai.
Why did he break into the storerooms?
Well, brace yourself. He said he was looking for Shadow Steel, because he's been working on a starship for 2 decades now. He wants to use it to find the forgotten homeland of his people.
But how does it involve the Numenors?
Well, bear with me. At first, of course, we all considered him insane. He was begging and pleading and insisting that he was just an inch from finishing his ship, and that it really could get him to the Star City. Well, unlike the others, the Grandmaster listened to him, and he ordered the scouts in Doomville to look for the cave where he claimed his workshop was. And you won't believe it, but they found out 2 things. First of all, the ship really does exist. And secondly, he says he used ancient Starling plans to construct the ship, which were handed down for generations in Anku, the Starling city on Nerim. We had a look at them. They look very similar to the plans we used to construct the beacon.
Similar, so you're implying that the ancient fathers of Starling, who apparently live in this forgotten city, are also the ones who created the beacon?
Well, either that, or the ones who created the beacon also helped the ancient fathers build the Star City. There's no way to know for sure, but either way, what it does mean is that the ancient fathers must have known about the cycle, and therefore about the High Ones and the cleansing.
And you think they could help us find out what the Numenors is?
Well, let's put it this way. If anybody knows, it's them, and it's definitely the best lead we have found so far. So, in other words, what that means is that we need to help this Kermai finish his ship, and that we will accompany him on his journey to the Star City. Just imagine if it works. A city in the stars that has lasted for millennia. It's unbelievable, truly unbelievable.
Alright, how do we proceed?
First, you should visit Kamai's workshop in the Powder Desert. The Grand Master and some Arcanists have already left. And, needless to say, be vigilant when outside the city. The Neromese might not be careless enough to have their camp right in front of the gates, but they have established outposts all over Enderal, as you have undoubtedly already noticed. You are familiar with teleport magic, aren't you? Here, take this scroll. It will transport you directly to the Powder Desert. I need to get back to my studies now. The more we learn about the beacon, the more fascinating it becomes.
Right, so we have teleport scroll to
What?
Alright, so I have some money with me. I have the scroll with me. How much money do I have actually? Do I need to put it in the bank? Like, what will be like the best option? Oh, we're also down. Down. I have to go down.
Hmm?
We need to also talk to the other guy. Let's do this first. Let's do it first, and afterwards we're going to do our little selling routine, putting all the money in the bank and such. So they can accumulate overnight and such.
What?
What? Nothing good. Fuck.
There you are. The Shari brought that map from some Parayan ruin a couple of weeks ago. Looks confusing, doesn't it? She said it contains more knowledge about the Parayans than all the tomes in the Sun Temple's library put together. And now she's gone. Just like Constantine. It still feels surreal.
You want to see me?
I did, yes, because I require your help in a personal matter.
Yeah, as if.
Alright, what do you need?
Hard to explain. Come.
Oh, he just brings us. Sure.
Fair enough. Where do I start? Imagine the following scenario. You're in an old fortress. Suddenly a door opens and a bandit charges in. Before you even realize what is happening, he raises his bow, nocks an arrow, and fires it straight at your throat. What happens next?
I dodged the arrow?
That is one possibility, yes. It might be the one you would experience. Truth, however, is a bit more complex than that. Reality branches off into millions of new realities. One in which the bandit kills you, One in which he gets hit by a falling piece of rubble from the ceiling. One in which a tunnel spider jumps out from the shadows and kills him. The possibilities are endless. Everything that can happen will happen, and creates a new eventuality in the process. Another reality.
In other words, even if I survive the error in one reality, I die in another?
In a million others, yes. There might even be one where a magical anomaly suddenly transforms the bandit into a Mirad. Everything that can happen, will happen. This is the nature of our universe.
So the sea of eventualities, and I'm right to assume that your request has something to do with it.
I'm getting there. I assume you know that this mechanism is also the reason for the existence of magic. An Arcanist is able to transport eventualities from one reality into another, and thus perform feats considered supernatural. So far, so good. But what if there were a way to not only bring elements of other eventualities into ours, but to travel these other realities physically?
Travel them? You're talking about stepping into a, what, parallel world?
I am indeed.
How in the blazes is that going to be ever possible?
Well, this is where it gets exciting, isn't it? With the Planeswalker. Come, let us sit. Have you ever heard of the name Dalmaric?
Computer stuff, the Falcon of Sunfire?
That's the one. What hardly anyone knows, however, is that Dalmaric's experiments reached far beyond the Sunwheel. Among other things, he worked on a device called the Planeswalker, a combination of Enderalian mentalism and Paraean technology.
This device allows you to change realities?
Temporarily, yes. Sadly, Dalmaric never had the chance to finish it, since he was too busy blowing up Thalgard.
So you're planning to rebuild the Planeswalker, aren't you? Why? Slave Shari?
Lashari? No. Even if we were to find a reality where she didn't die, we couldn't bring her back. Suffice it to say that there is something I need to see. Something I want to see. To be honest, it wasn't my intention to drag someone else into this. But there's no other choice, so here we are.
Alright, so you have to rebuild the Planeswalker.
Indeed. It would mean a lot to me, if that's worth anything to you.
Right, where do we start?
Well, first of all, we need to acquire two materials I wasn't able to find here in Ark. The Ether Crystal, and a special kind of alloy. According to my research, Dalmaric's old laboratory in Thalgard would be a good place to start our search.
Right, good. Where is this laboratory?
Right in the middle of Thalgard's contaminated areas, so it will be dangerous. You have a map, don't you? Here. That's where we should find the entrance. I have some preparations to make first, so let us meet there shortly. Ah, and one more thing. I would appreciate it if we could keep this matter between you and I for now. I know I've said it before, but this mission is personal, and I'd rather not have to justify it to Aranthiel. Firstly, because it's a personal matter. Secondly, it's too much of a risk as long as Khalim and his helper are still sauntering about. The less people know of this mission, the better.
Right. Let's go.
We will. I will meet you in Thalgard.
It's a 4-star mission.